and welcome back to Outdoors Engineer. Today kind of marks the start of actually a decent sized project. Been meaning to do this for the last couple of years now. As you saw, I've cut down an oak tree and a pine tree, pushed over a couple other pine trees, but that's just to kind of gain room to these couple pine trees right behind me. You probably maybe be able to see I got two that are marked in with an X with orange. Got one right here marked with an X. And the reason they're marked is that they are all dead. I've got two big massive oak trees right here that are dead. There's no small limbs on it. This one right here is dead. I think there possibly might be one more. At least these three, maybe that one right there. But we got to get them cut down, get them up to the Woodyard before we get too much snow. So my plan is to get them cut down, cut them into 6-8 foot chunks, use a tractor, haul them back to the Woodyard, and then once the snow flies and I have it all up there, I can start cutting it up into firewood. Last year we burned about 8 face cord of firewood in the wood stove in the house, and this year I need to replenish what we burned last year. So I've got room for 12 face cord on my personal stash. And so we gotta get that refilled, and this is gonna be the start. I bet I could get a lot. So I had 4 oaks here that had to be cut down. The first one was quite small. And this one's actually not too big either, only about 8 inches in diameter on the bottom. And as you can see, you go up to the top, it's dead. These two down here, they're already just starting to peel the bark off. And we look up to the top, and in the summer, there's no leaves on them, and there's no like small leaf holding. The top's actually starting to shred and debark. So we got to cut these two down as well. There's a lot of wood in these two trees. Gonna be a lot of firewood, which is gonna be good. Got a brush pile started down on the bottom. We'll start burning that. I might take this one as well. You can see this oak tree here had a break off at one point. It is starting to grow over top of it, but it's also competing against this big oak that's right next to it. So I think what I'll do is cut this deformed oak down. That'll leave enough room for this big oak right here, and then that pair of oaks right there to grow. These 3 are gonna turn into firewood. And then over there on the other side of the house, got a big mess I gotta clean up too. So we'll get to that later on in this video, possibly. But first we gotta get these guys cut down and hauled out before the snow flies. So I hope you stick around on this little project we got going on today. Firewood season it is. Well, apparently I've got too much taken off on the rakers in this chain, man. Yeah, I for sure have too much taken off the rakers. It really struggles a little bit. Do it for a ride. It's been a few days since I cut all these trees down. Actually a couple days, only 1 day and a half. And we woke up this morning to light dusting of snow. So I figured it's actually a good day to light this pile. There's some brush underneath that's been here for multiple months. And the stuff on top is fresh. So I've got my weed burner here. Set you down. What can you see? There you go, you can see the brush pile. Got my weed burner, and we'll get this thing, see if we can't light this brush pile here. Get it reduced down. I've got a bunch of brush laying in the woods here that I can also burn up and work on throwing on throughout the day. Got a big pile over there. I can bring the tractor up there, hook up to it. There's some brush laying in the woods. Bunch of dead oak pine trees. So hopefully we can get this lit. I'm not going to use any diesel. I do have some I could put on it if I need to. I'm going to try and just use the weed burner here. So 1/4 turn on the tank. I think I will leave that burn down for a while. It was the tractor to scoop some stuff back onto it. Got some more laying in the woods here, and use the tractor to get that out and set it on top. Could be an all-day project. But that oak in there is going to take a while to burn up. Very wet oak, very green oak, so it'll take a bit. You can see the sticks on the end are just steaming out. So we got quite a bit of logs here. I ended up cutting down Phone's in the way, that's why. I ended up cutting down about, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 oak trees. Six oak trees in this general vicinity. 5 out of the 6 were dying. The 6th one was a little suspect, and it was just kind of, might have to put it in. It is some 4-wheel drive, but the 6th one was over there, and it just was crowding these 2 bigger ones, and I want to leave these 2 bigger ones to live. So, and the 6th one did have some battle wounds and scars on the side. Woo! This one's chasing me down the hill. Getting some good traction. Got a lot of weight on the front axle. So we'll drop one off right here. Woo, back end slide. Nice. Okay. Orient ourselves. That'll work. Tight squeeze in here. I think I'm gonna go over here and grab these guys too. Looks like I can climb all the way up to the top. Let's see. I see one I want, with one on board. Spinning my wheels. I need to get this one over a little bit. Got it. Digging myself a hole. That was a bit of a project. Still got a couple more sticks I got to pull down. I got about 2 to 3 laying here. I got a couple pieces of pine laying around. Down there's a couple pieces, but for the most part, all of the oak is cleaned up. Tractor I struggled to touch on these hills. You can see I dug in here, but for the most part, I was able to just drive up the hills and pull all the pieces, the large sticks of wood, firewood, down the hill and then back up into the wood yard. I'm gonna grab the log ox here. My ultimate goal with cutting these 6 oak trees down was to replenish the firewood for the house and how much we have available. Right now I've got 24 face cord split, stacked and covered, ready to burn. I've got a room for another 12 face cord and we need to replenish it. And I figured no better way than to use the wood that I've got here in the land. It's a little bit more work to produce the wood, get it out of the woods and bring it up to the wood yard to process it, but it's free. You didn't pay anything for it. So I got a couple more sticks down here, but we're starting to make a good pile of firewood wood logs up in the wood yard. Come with me, let's go check it out. So down here on the right, this is all pine. I'm not gonna burn this in my house, but this is gonna be for selling in the roadside stand or anybody that wants some decent pine firewood for their campfires next summer. I actually got quite a bit here now. Pretty big pile. And I still have some more to buck up. And then we got to get splitting. I was gonna hope to fill these 2 stacks right here, but I think I'm gonna end up going down on the other end of that birch there. The stuff in the middle is all birch. And then over here, we can see I've got the 12 face cords ready to split or be filled. And I'm starting to get a massive pile of logs laying here, ready to be cut up, bucked into firewood chunks and split. While this pile of logs feels big right now, it's about to get a lot bigger. That's gonna have to wait till next time though, because that's gonna be a really big project. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is a trail I built a couple years ago, going down towards the little lake in front of the house. Use a skid steer to dig it out. Provides nice access down below the hill. I do need to come in here with some saw and cut some of these little oaks down on the side. This here is actually a maple that I tried to loosen up and give more space, and it's really been taking off here. Look at that sunset. So this summer I was working, bumming around in the woods, came down and noticed this big thing laying on the ground. Probably doesn't look that big on camera, but there is a lot of wood in this tree. This is all oak. And let me stand in front of it for you. There's still a good 15 feet standing on the ground here, and I can't get my arms all the way around it. A lot of wood in this thing. There must have been a rotten spot about 15 feet off the ground, and we've got a lot of wood to haul out. So we got this we got to cut up, and then this rest of this oak that's just laying on the ground here, ready to be cut into firewood. So like I said, that's going to be next time. We've got some snow potentially coming this weekend, so I need to get it done here very soon. But that's going to be the next video when I'm out here in the woods cutting up some firewood. So today, I want you to go check out this video here.